So I had a nightmare last night that we lost to Indiana in the Big Ten championship. But then I woke up, and I mean, thank goodness it was just a nightmare, and it wasn't the reality of the situation, or else I would have been devastated. So thank goodness, it was just a nightmare. It wasn't reality. Well, we're getting the final rankings here. We're going to see who's in. Honestly, our performance last night, we deserve to be 12. We won't even deserve to be in the top 5 whatsoever. We just really don't. We deserve to be 12. Obviously, we're still going to be in, but, I mean, it just really sucks that we lost last night. We played terrible. So bad. Just a bad, ugly loss. We played like a bunch of bums. We really did. We played like we didn't care. I don't know what happened. I really just don't. We don't deserve to be in the top 5. The committee should put us at 12. I think that's deserving for us. We're going to have to claw and fight our way back to the national championship game. I was so confident that we was going to win, but now, honestly, I don't even know. I still think we're going to win, but now I'm just being hopeful that we win. Because after last night, I mean, it's just really bad. Just a really bad situation. I'm honestly sad and depressed today. I can't believe we didn't get the W. I really thought we was going to knock Indiana off their high horse, but wow. I mean, it don't help, though, when the ref is calling a 4th and 1 that we clearly got. And it also don't help when our kicker misses a easy field goal. Easy 3 points and you miss it, bro. He should not be kicking for us in the playoffs. I'm sorry, but he shouldn't. And then you have Brian Hartline, who's just thinking about going to USF. He needs to not coach in the playoffs whatsoever, because obviously he don't care whether or not we win a national championship. So I don't even know why he's still coaching. Go off to UFC, bro. We don't really need you. Ryan Day, listen, yeah, you beat that team up north, but your job is literally on the line, bro. I'm like almost like this close done with Ryan Day. Like, seriously. Urban Meyer would never lose to Indiana the way we lost. Ryan Day, dude, he needs to do something. That's all I can tell. That's all I can say, man. That loss hurt, and I'm just really kind of sad and depressed today. And we deserve to be ranked at 12, honestly. We don't even deserve to be in the top 5. We just don't. That was not a top 5 performance. Sane should not win the Heisman whatsoever. Heisman worthy? No, he's not Heisman worthy. You kidding me? He has a long way before he's that. He blew his chance of winning the Heisman. I'm sure the Heisman voters saw that game and were like, oh yeah, we definitely ain't voting for this guy. That rightfully so. Was saying, what are we doing? This terrible play yesterday, I don't really know what we was doing, what we was thinking. It looked like none of the players cared, none of the coaches cared. It was just disastrous all the way around. And really, it just hurts. But, you got to get ready to play with the playoffs. But I'll tell you guys this. We ain't winning no national championship if we played like we did last night. And now I'm not even sure. Do our players even want to win the national championship? Or the coaches? Does anybody want to win a national championship other than the fans? I don't know. The players said they have a lot to prove. A lot. And the coaches, and especially Ryan Day. He's like just back and forth head coach, dude. Like, He has a good year. Obviously, last year was a good year because we won the championship. But down like now, it's like, oh well, I won you guys a national championship. Ain't that enough? No, Ryan Day, it's not enough. So we're gonna see who's in. I think we should be at the 12 spot. I really do. I think the committee would be justified in putting us at 12. I don't believe we belong in the top 4. I don't believe we belong in the top 5. Put us down at 12. Teach us a lesson. Maybe that'll wake our team up. I don't really know what we're doing anymore. It's such a disaster. I really wished I woke up and I was just dreaming, but no, that's the reality of the situation. I'm sick now. Kind of sad, but this will be reviewing who gets in. Miami, Alabama. Don't really care at this point, to be quite honest, because I'm just so disgusted with our performance. Obviously, we're not going to be number 1. Obviously, Indiana is going to be number 1. And we should be down at 12. Ryan Day, honestly, he should be coaching for his job, dude. I think I'm ready to part ways with this guy. I mean, he's just acting like he's carrying Brian Hartline again. He should not be coaching no more. Just go on to your school, bro. Just get out of here. All right? We appreciate everything you've done for us leading up before last night. But it's time for you to go on to your coaching job, bro. And Ryan Day, dude, it's a bad relationship. You know? It is just a bad relationship. It's like an abusive relationship Ryan Day is. He smacks us around and then like, I won you the national championship, baby. I'm sorry. And then we're like, oh, it's okay, Ryan Day. You can come back into the relationship. And then, bam, he just slaps us all over again. It's an abusive relationship with Ryan Day. It really is. And then he's basically playing for his job right here. He needs to step up, dude. Everybody needs to step up. The players didn't even act like they cared. It was just a terrible, bad loss. And I still feel it to this day. I really thought Indiana had 0 chance whatsoever. But, I mean, they really... I don't know. We just beat ourselves, and that 4th and 1 call, that was a terrible call by the refs. We kind of got screwed over on that end, but still, our guys still need to play like we actually care. It's just a really bad situation. I don't even know who's in the playoffs here. Maybe James Madison will make the playoffs. I don't know. At this point, it really doesn't matter to me, quite honestly. Whoever's in, who's out. Care less. I'm hoping that Notre Dame doesn't get in. I'm hoping that Alabama doesn't get in. That'll be funny to watch. People's reactions. Bama fans' reaction. Well, we didn't get in. But it's just a bad situation. I'm still kind of sad. I don't know if I'm going to be doing 2-a-days anymore. Like 2 videos every day. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do 1. Maybe I'll just do more. Not quite sure. But there are watch parties going on, obviously. There shouldn't be no watch party going on at Ohio State because we already know we're in. But we should be ranked at 12, quite honestly. Especially after that performance. Put us in at 12 college football because that's what we're deserving of. We're not deserving of a top 5 spot. We're not a top 5 school. We didn't play like a top 5 team. And yeah. Will we win the national championship? I was very confident before, but Like I already said, after that performance, I'm not so sure anymore. Now I'm just hopeful. I hope that we win it. First time I said that all season long. Versus to where I just said, oh, well, I know we're going to win. Now I don't know. Because I don't know if Ryan Day cares. I don't know if any of the players care. The fans, I know the fans, us, we still care. But does Ryan Day care? Does the players care? I don't think so. After last night's performance, I'm going to say no, they don't care. Now, we did beat our rival. Yay. Yip-de-doo-dah. You know, you want a trophy? Okay, our job's not finished. Our job is clearly to win the national championship. I think it was just kind of... I really just don't know what's going on in Ohio State, but we need to figure this out quickly before our first game in the playoffs. We don't even deserve a bye week. I'm hoping that we don't get a bye week, quite honestly. I just want to go ahead and jump into it with the first round games, maybe the second round games. We should be put down at 12. But who's going to be in? I don't know. Duke, Alabama, Notre Dame, JMU, Miami? I don't know who's in. I don't know what these rankings are going to do. I don't know what the college football committee is going to do, what they are going to decide. I have zero idea. I know what I'm hoping for, but yeah. I guess we'll see. Alabama's still trying to make the case that they should be in. I don't think Alabama should be in because they have 3 losses. You're not getting penalized for playing in your conference championship. You're being penalized for having 3 losses in the season. That's what you're being penalized for. I don't like it. People saying, "Oh, well, Alabama, they shouldn't be." They shouldn't be penalized for having 3 losses on the season and not make the playoffs. Well, you're not being penalized for playing in your conference championship. You're being penalized for having 3 losses in the just 3 losses the whole season. You had 2 in the regular season. Now you get a 3rd one, bro. You want to whine and cry and boo-hoo-hoo. Win your games if you want to get in the playoffs. Save me the sorrow. Gosh. Alabama fans are such whiners. Win your games. There's a reason why we play the games in the regular season. There's a reason. So stupid. Really just stupid, quite honestly. So I don't want Bama to get in there. I don't even think it should be a debate on whether or not Bama should make it. They shouldn't make it. They have 3 losses, bro. Get lost. Get out of here. Win your regular season games. Act like a big, huge baby and throw a tantrum. Say, no, the conference championship don't really matter anymore. No, are you kidding me? They lost to Georgia 28-7. They didn't even try. They played like we did last night. They didn't even put no effort into it whatsoever. Now I'm just kind of annoyed, to be quite honest. I'm just ready to see these rankings, and didn't even get much sleep last night. I've been tossing and turning all night long just because of this frustrating bullcrap loss that we had. Been trying to deal with it emotionally and physically, and it's just been taking its toll. You know, it's like to quote a famous movie, it's like glass in my head, and it's like grinding constantly. And that's a quote from The Green Mile. If you haven't seen The Green Mile, you're missing a good movie with Tom Hanks. But that's the expression I feel right now. Ugly loss. What an ugly, terrible loss. I don't know what, man. I'm just ready to see these rankings. They're gonna drag this out for as long as they can because it's a 2 hour show. So who knows how long this video is gonna be? I'm not exactly sure, guys. They're just still talking now at this point. They'll probably have like a 2 hour show, and then like the last 10 minutes they'll go ahead and reveal these playoff rankings. Will James Madison get in? If James Madison gets in, they'll be an underdog for sure, but they're not going to be winning anything. James Madison win. Could you imagine James Madison going in there and beating all the top schools? I don't know. They could beat us. Obviously, anybody can beat us nowadays. We used to be the best team in the country. Now we're not. So they could probably beat us, especially if we play like we played last night. So if I'm James Madison, I'm hoping that I get to play the Buckeyes. Because that'll be easy first round win right there. That's how low we have fallen, folks. Started out strong in the regular season. Go undefeated for nothing. Oh, man. So that's what they're ranking this on. Strength of schedule, head-to-head competition, competitive outcomes, and blah, blah, blah. Who really cares? Just show me the rankings, bro. So I can watch teams who didn't make it cry and whine and complain about how the conference championship don't matter anymore. No, it's because you got 3 losses, Bama. Get over it. I don't think they deserve to get in at all. As I keep checking my phone here. That's why I keep looking off to the side. But yeah, we definitely should be down there at 12. That's what we should be. That's where we deserve to be. If the committee is smart, they wouldn't put us anywhere near the top 5, to be quite honest. They watched all the games last night as well, so they seen that performance. But, realistically, I don't know. I guess maybe 5 or 4. I don't even think we're deserving of that, but I think we'll get like 5 or 4. I don't even know if we're going to get a bye week or if we're just going to play a game right off the rip. I kind of just want to play a game right off the rip. I don't want a bye week. I'd rather not. Because we're going to need that challenge going forward. And we don't need time. I don't want to sit there and wait like a whole another week until we get to play again. I'd rather just play right at red. So maybe, just maybe, we can redeem ourselves. Maybe. Maybe by the end of the year, maybe Ryan Day should just go if we don't win the Natty. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. If we don't win the Natty, Ryan Day, you should just leave. Just do us a favor, bro. You can't keep staying in this toxic relationship of you just having like good years and then bad years, and then it's just all for nothing. Win me the national championship. That's all I really want. It's the only way we can salvage this season is by repeating. We're still the defending champions. We're still number 1. Well, we're not number 1. I take that back. We're not number 1. But we're still the defending national champions. But we didn't play like it last night at all. And I'm just kind of frustrated. I'm kind of fed up with Ryan Day, to be quite honest. I really... Like, he's just an okay coach at best, bro. He's not like a good football coach. He's just like okay coach. He needs to step up to the plate big time. Our players need to put forth the effort. I didn't see any effort. Just terrible effort from the entire team. Nobody act like they wanted to win. Everybody, I guess, I don't know, dude. Because we were in the playoffs regardless, I guess everybody didn't even try their best. Julian saying, I don't know what he was doing at all. He played like he's never played in a game before. He can kiss his Heisman chances goodbye. He doesn't deserve to win the Heisman. And I'm a fan. And I'm saying that. So just imagine what the Heisman voters are saying. Why would you give Julian saying a Heisman? He hasn't performed at Heisman level. Sure, we won all of our games in the regular season. Okay, big whoop-de-doo. But then we have a big flop in the Big Ten championship game. And you're going to tell me that's deserving of a Heisman winner? No, it's not. Better look next year, Sane. I still think Sane's a good quarterback. I still think we have the best wide receivers. But we didn't use any of that talent last night. I mean, we only scored 10 points. I can't even wrap my brain around that. 10 points. Wow. The best offense in college football, and we only scored 10 points. And I don't think that's credit to Indiana whatsoever. They were getting helped out by the refs the entire game. The flag here, flag here. I mean, the refs were just being like Oprah. You get a flag, and you get a flag, and you get a flag. 4th and 1? I don't think so. When clearly we was over the line to get that 1 yard. Well, his knee was down behind the line. Yeah, where was the football, genius? Where was that? Was the football over the line? I'm pretty sure the football was over that 1 yard line. I'm pretty sure. Not unless I fell and bumped my head and now I can't see straight or something. So yeah, I'm glad that the refs helped them out a lot. They're going to hype this up for as long as they can. I don't even know why. Well, they do like 2-hour show. I don't even think it needs to be 2 hours. You know, just give us the rankings so I can go back to bed. I am tired, man. I've been tossing and turning all night long thinking about this. It hurts to think about. I need something good in my life to happen now to get that terrible memory out of my brain. Oh, gosh. I guess we'll see what they come up with here. If the committee was smart, they would put us at 12, though. That's what we deserve as a 12 seed. I don't really want to see us in the top 5. Not deserving of it whatsoever. I'm not going to be excited if we see us in the top 5. I don't know where we'll be at. I just really don't. But I know we shouldn't be in the top 5. But I think the committee probably will put us in the top 5, but I don't think we deserve it. Not the way we played. And who's going to be... Somebody's going to be left out. There's going to be somebody that's not happy, obviously, today. They probably can feel how I feel. Some teams are going to feel exactly how I feel. Are they finally going to show us the rankings, or are they just going to keep playing it out? Showing us the bracket. I don't even know how this is going to happen. Here we go. At number 1. Indiana, of course. We all knew that was happening. That's no surprise there. Indiana, they made the playoffs. They get a bye week. That's no surprise. Like, everybody knew, right? Indiana was in regardless. So, I don't see Indiana going... I really don't see them win no national championship. I just really don't. They better be happy with their performance and their Big Ten championship that we let them win. There's no way Indiana's going to win the national championship. But then again, I thought there was no way that they'd beat us. They moved us down at 2? Are you kidding me? They put us in at 2? After that performance, we still get in at 2? What? We don't deserve the second spot. We really don't. I'm surprised we're in that 2. So we only fell down 1. Well, honestly, the way we performed, you're going to put us in that 2? We're not deserving of 2. So I guess that means we get a bye week? Well, am I supposed to be excited? I'm not. Because, I mean, the effort. There's 0 effort on our part. I can't believe we're in that 2. Kind of makes me mad that we're in that 2. I wanted our team to get a message. Now, you play like garbage, we're going to treat you like garbage. Because we're better than that. But we're sitting there at 2. Indiana 1, us 2. Big whoop-de-doo. And Georgia's in. Georgia's sitting there at 3. So I'm pretty sure these 4 top spots right here are teams that we get a bye week, I think. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure we get a bye week. But you got Georgia sitting there at 3. Okay. Georgia could have easily been raked ahead of us. That would have been reasonable. Now it's time to see where these other teams fall. I don't want to see Notre Dame pop up at all. They're going from 1 down to 12. So, really, after the 12, the other ones are just like bowl games. Texas Tech is in. They get the 4 spot after they mollywopped BYU. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty sure we're in the quarterfinals then. So, they're showing Texas Tech players. They're happy that they're in. Obviously, they should be. So, if we win our quarterfinal game, which I don't know is a long shot since last night, we'll get to play Georgia in the semifinals. That'll be a fun, interesting game. And plus, we'll be able to hopefully get revenge, So, there's like a small glimmer of hope here. A small one. I can see a small light, guys. It's not the end of the world, but it sure as heck feels like it. Then at number 5, we got Oregon. Yeah, quack, quack, quack. They're in the first round game, too, so I don't know who their opponent's going to be. But hopefully we get some good matchup. I don't want to see teams that have already played each other in the regular season. I want to mix it up. And really, it doesn't matter where you're at in the rankings. As long as you're in the playoffs, you should just be happy. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if you're a 12 seed, 11 seed, an 8 seed. As long as you're in, you should be happy. So therefore, if we already have the teams that we know is going to be in, let's mix up the games. This team didn't play this team, so that'll be an interesting game to watch. You know what I mean? So right there's our top 5. Indiana, then us, which we don't deserve to be number 2. We deserve to be 12. Georgia. Then Ole Miss is sitting there at 6. So Ole Miss did get in. Everybody kind of knew Ole Miss was already in. So there's 6 spots filled right there. Only 6 teams left. Wow, this is going to be an interesting playoff. I'm excited for the playoffs, though. I really am. Even though I'm just hoping that we win now. I thought we was going to win the whole shebang, but now I'm not quite sure after our performance. But, man, we got to redeem ourselves. We got to. It's going to be interesting. This playoffs looks... I like it so far. Texas A&M sitting there at 7. Ooh. So, wait, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 SEC teams that are in and 3 Big Ten teams that are in. Texas A&M, they're having a watch party right now. They're all happy. Yay, yay. Be happy. Laugh now, cry later. Texas A&M. So we got 3 Big Ten teams in the playoffs and 3 SEC teams in the playoffs. And 1 Big 12. I think the Texas Tech is in the Big 12. I'm not sure. Okay, so there's another. What's up with all these SEC teams in the playoffs? Oklahoma is in the playoffs. How they made the playoffs, I don't know. They really didn't play anybody. That's 4 SEC teams in the playoffs now. Versus 3 Big Ten teams. I really don't want to see any more SEC teams in the playoffs. So Alabama, they should not be in here whatsoever. I really don't want to see another SEC teams. There's too many of them. All right, give some other conference teams a chance to play. What are we doing here? What is this, the SEC playoff or what? Enough is enough. And of course, they got to drag this out. Just show us the list, bro. Don't drag it out. We already know who the teams are in competition. I really don't want to see Bama in there. I'd rather see Notre Dame over Bama, to be quite honest. So hopefully that's the case. Here we go. Come on, bring him up. Come on! Of course, they're dragging their feet. They want to drag this out as long as possible. Oh my gosh, are you joking me, bro? Wow, they actually put Alabama in. Are you kidding me? Alabama does not. That's another SEC school. What the heck is going on? Talk about SEC bias. Are you kidding me right now? Freaking Alabama? Oh my gosh, dude. The committee loves them some SEC football, don't they? Apparently. They're sitting there at the number 9 spot. Really? You might as well make the whole entire freaking playoffs SEC schools. What the heck, dude? You gonna put Vanderbilt in there too? So Alabama's going to be playing Oklahoma. Nobody really wants to see that game. Nobody wants to see it. Who do I think is going to win, Alabama or Oklahoma? I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up, to be quite honest. Both the teams terrible anyway. Alabama's really lucky that they got in. Really lucky. I don't agree with this. With Alabama. There's something I don't agree with in this playoff. Is that Alabama does not deserve to be in there. I don't really know what the committee's thinking was that. Then you got Miami sitting there at number 10. They will play Texas A&M. So it's going to be Texas A&M versus Miami. I hate to say this. I think Texas A&M will beat Miami. Well, if that tells me, then Notre Dame should be left out then. But Notre Dame, they still could be in. But then what are you going to do with James Madison or Duke? There's only 2 spots left, folks. We're going to see. Bring it up. Come on, let's get these over with. Will Notre Dame be left out of the playoffs? I think they should be. Nobody wants to see them in there anyway. I think the playoff committee is SEC biased. They have like the majority of the teams in the playoffs this season is this SEC teams. Alabama barely shouldn't even got in my opinion. Are you kidding me? They lost to Georgia 28-7, and you're still going to give them a chance in the playoffs? They don't deserve no chance. I don't really know if I agree with their playoff rankings right here. To be honest, I don't think Bama deserved to be in. So, you know what? I'm hoping that Oklahoma beats Bama just to shut them up. Okay, there's only 2 teams left. They're sitting here dragging this out for no apparent reason. Just show us the 2 teams. I hate when they do this. I really do. This is unnecessary. This is really unnecessary. Just bring up the 2 teams. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm really getting mad right now. I don't know. I guess I'll just sit here for an hour until they decide to show us. Now there's a... Bring up the two teams. They still haven't even shown us the last two teams. I'm going crazy over here. What the heck, bro? What the heck? They're doing this on purpose. Oh my god, I'm getting so mad right now. I just want to go over there and drag the producer. Show me teams! So I'm pretty sure we do get a bye week though. We'll play the winner of Miami versus Texas A&M. Out of those two schools, who do I... Tulane. So Tulane is sitting there at number 11. Who's going to be 12? Who gets that last spot? We have not seen Notre Dame yet, so I don't want to see Notre Dame. So I'm hoping that James Madison will get that spot. But Tulane's really happy. But listen, Tulane is not beating who they playing again. I don't even know. But they're not beating the team that they're going to play in the first round playoffs. Tulane, they have, they're not going to go far. They're playing Ole Miss. Ole Miss is definitely going to beat Tulane. Tulane, they're just out of their league when it comes to this league, particularly. But we will be playing the winner of the Miami versus Texas A&M game. Who would I rather face in that game, Texas A&M or Miami? James Madison. They get the call. So it looks like Notre Dame did not make the playoffs. So that's a good win right there. That's a good feeling. Quite honestly, I don't think James Madison's the underdog in all of this. How far will James Madison actually go in the playoffs? They are the underdog because they're out of conference. So they have their work cut out for them. You know, they can celebrate all they want to, but they're stepping into the big leagues. So they're going to get a reality check pretty fast there. So, yeah. I think the committee, put Miami in because they have the heads up between Notre Dame and, the head-to-head has to matter. So, there's our 12 teams, folks. The first team that is out is Notre Dame. So, we got James Madison versus Oregon. This is for the first round. James Madison versus Oregon. I think Oregon's going to win that game. Alabama versus Oklahoma. That's kind of a toss-up, I feel. Don't really care who wins that game. I'll just flip a coin, quite honestly. I don't know if you made me pick. I'd probably say Oklahoma. I don't really know. And that's another toss-up game. Tulane versus Ole Miss. We all know that Ole Miss is going to beat Tulane. And then Texas A&M versus Miami. We get the winner of that game. Who would I rather face? The way our performance is, I feel like Miami is the lesser team. So I would say I'm hoping that we face Miami. Just to give us even a shot. I think we'll still have a shot against Texas A&M, but it's going to be a further shot away versus Miami. So I'm hoping that we get to face Miami in our playoff game, but we'll just have to. If we play Texas A&M, we play Texas A&M, and Texas A&M's. If we play like we did last night, we don't even have a chance at all. But those are the teams that are in. Indiana, Ohio State, us obviously, Georgia, Texas Tech, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama, they got in, lucky them, Miami, Tulane, and James Madison. Which Tulane and James Madison, they're not winning their games. I don't see them beating their opponents. I just really don't. I think it's going to be way too hard for them. I don't really see them getting in at all. And Alabama is just so lucky, dude. It's just really annoying, to be quite honest, to see Alabama in there. Like, of all teams, I really don't want to see Alabama in the playoffs. I'm hoping that Oklahoma beats them. Oh, man. I can't believe it, man, that Alabama's in. Well, that's the playoffs, folks. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to pay attention to the Texas A&M Miami game, and obviously the entire playoffs as we get started. I don't even know when the first round games are. I don't know when, but I don't expect Julian Sain to win the Heisman whatsoever. He shouldn't win the Heisman. He's not deserving of the Heisman, and that's coming from a fan because he played like absolute garbage. We gotta get our head out of our you know what in order for us to even have a chance to repeat this year. But I mean, I guess I'm happy with the bye. We desperately need it to figure out whatever's going on that we need to figure out. So we do get a bye week, and during that bye week, we gotta pull it together, or else we're just gonna get stomped all over. And I guess only time will tell whether or not we live up to our standards. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't agree. The only thing I don't agree with personally is Alabama getting in. I don't think they're deserving. I am happy that Notre Dame is not in there, though. Nobody wants to see Notre Dame make the playoffs. But there's a lot of SEC schools in there, though. Talk about the SEC bias. You got Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama. That's 5 teams from the SEC versus Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon. There's only 3 teams from the Big Ten. Talk about your SEC bias, by the way. But luckily, they do have Alabama and Oklahoma playing each other, so it'll be 4-3 there at this point. Because if we don't win the championship, I'd rather it be a school that's in the Big Ten conference to win the championship. But I do think it would be kind of funny, since James Madison is the underdog in all this, that if we don't win, then I think it'd be pretty funny to see James Madison beat all these top tier schools and win. That'd be kind of funny. And the way we play, and that could easily be a possibility for them. And Miami and Texas A&M, both of them had good season this season. And the way we're playing, they're probably licking their lips. Like, oh, yeah, we get to play Ohio State. It's going to be an easy win. And rightfully so, too. Because if they watched our game, then, they're probably like, yeah, this is going to be an easy win. Rightfully so. But we do got a bye week, so... And then the winner of that game, dude, this is what I'm hoping happens here. I'm hoping that we beat Miami or Texas A&M. I'd rather face Miami over Texas A&M. I'm hoping that we beat Miami, then Georgia wins their game, then we get to play Georgia in the semifinals, and we get our revenge. And then we go on to play and win the national championship. That's how I want this to go. But we have a long ways to go before all that. You know what I mean? We got to figure stuff out in Columbus during this bye week. And it should start right now. Ryan Day needs to get on a phone call. He needs to really tell Brian Hartline to get lost. Like, dude, you don't care, whether or not we win the national championship. We're trying to win the national championship. You need to go ahead and go to USF. And that's pretty much my thoughts on the playoffs, on who's in. I really don't have any more to add to that. I don't think Alabama's deserving, and I'm hoping that they lose to Oklahoma. But, yeah, there's the 12 teams, guys, and I guess we shall see. It's going to be interesting to watch the games. I guess out of the first games on playoffs, I'm interested to see James Madison play against whoever they're playing against. Because they're the underdog, so it kind of be fun to watch them play. Tulane's not going to go past the first round. Tulane is not beating Ole Miss Ole Miss is definitely beating Tulane. Anybody who played Tulane is going to beat them. But I mean, other than Alabama being in, I guess I don't really care. Other than the SEC biased, but yeah, at this point, I think I'm just running around in circles. We have a long ways to go. I don't think we deserve to be number 2. I really think we deserve the 12th seed in this situation because we didn't play like the number 2 team last night whatsoever. But I'm hoping that we're able to pull this off and repeat. I was so confident before, but now I just don't know. I'm just hoping for the best, you know? And that's pretty much all I got to say about the subject. Yeah, it's on to the playoffs now. And see you guys in the next one. And go Buckeyes. OHIO.